Alright, basically I've been trying to get this New Haven display 3.12-2566 OLED display running off my explained demo board. I basically don't know what I'm doing, so it's a real pain in the butt. I haven't even been able to get the screen turned on, but finally I got some action out of it. Show you what I got so far. It ain't much. But you can see got half a screen, and it's supposed to be a checkerboard pattern, and it kind of looks like it's checkerboard when you get closer. And I've only got half the screen here. Now my initializing the display, I'm still trying to learn how to get that initialized properly. Kept the video short to get it on Gmail. But basically I'm using SPI 4-wire, and I have the chip select. I have it grounded all the time, and trying to minimize the hardware issues while I'm exploring the software. So that's why I'm using a demo board, and the only reason I got a breadboard is just to put all the grounds together. And the New Haven display is a 22-pin display, and use about 5 wires, I think, with the 4-wire SPI. And pin number 1 is your ground. Pin number 2, your power. I'm running right off the jumper J4 on the explain board, so I'm running the power right off that. It's I think it's like 3.3 volts, and grounding it through there. Pin 3 is not connected. Pin 4 is the data command pin. It switches between whether you're sending a command to the display or if you're sending data to it. And I've got that wired up to the SS pin on the explain board. And then read write is grounded out, we're not using it. E is grounded, not using it. Source clock I've got on pin 7. Master out slave in is pin 8. Pin 9 is not connected in the SPI mode off of their data sheet. And then pins DB3 through 7 are all grounded, they're not used. Pin 15 I've got set up as a reset. Pin 16 chip select, so I just have this display selected all the time, so I just grounded that. And then this BS1, BS0, I have both of those grounded, to set them low for the serial interface, the SPI interface. And then these are the internal, I think, font generators, and I'm not using those. I don't know how to use them, and so they're not even connected at this time. I'd like to use them, but have no clue how to. And as far as the program, I kind of went off the. I initially got it running with the ASF Foundation program for the display that's built into the board. That smaller one I did another video on. The initialization for that, believe it or not, I actually got the board to turn on and made a bunch of polka dot patterns and didn't do anything, but at least it lit up. It took me a long time just to get that. So that was my first clue that at least I was on the right track, that I had the wires wired up halfway decently and was getting power to the board. And then started playing around with it, but it was confusing at first because the 1306 chip that's with the display that's on the board, the little one, is they use in their initialization they use all commands and no write commands. They use let's see. You can see here I've commented out. This is the original initialization for the smaller LED on the explain board, and you can see it's all commands. They're writing commands. There's no writing of data for the initialization, which was confusing to me because in the example code from New Haven, they had you writing a command and then writing a data to enter the parameter for that command. And so anyways, I played around, and at this point I basically I commented out almost all the initialization, trying to narrow, just get the absolute minimum, just to get the board to light up and maybe do something. So I was commenting out everything, and I still wasn't sure if the SPI was working or if I was getting sending commands and writing data. I wasn't sure if that was working either. So playing around with that after a while, um, after commenting out most of the initialization, I had it down to just a hard reset to reset the board. You know, drop that reset pin low and back up, delaying it for 100 microseconds, 1 millisecond, and then the interface initialization initialize the SPI, just to get the SPI up and working, and then um, I played with the initially I played with the display on display off command, just to try to get the display to turn on, and I got that seemed finally that seemed to work. And then just to confirm it, I played with the set command lock, so I was getting the display to turn on and off with the display on and off command, and then I would lock it out by setting the command lock, and the display would not change, and then I would unlock it, and then the display I could change it on and off. So then I finally confirmed that at least the SPI is working, and the command function's working, and the data function is working, and that's as far as I've gotten, because I don't understand writing data in. I took one of the patterns from the demo program for the checkerboard, because it was the simplest function. So I go to the main, and see here I got the checkerboard program function, which I copied from the demo software from New Haven. I got it on the same page here. Here it is right here. So it consisted of setting the column address and the row address, and then opening up the RAM so that it'll accept data into the RAM, and then just this loop to to write the checkerboard pattern out. And I guess it's a checkerboard. If I look close, it looks like. I don't know if it's the right size, but at least it's sending, like I said, it's sending the commands and the data in, and it's kind of writing an image to it. So I've got to continue playing with the initialization to try and learn how to, because when I open user the entire initialization sequence, the board doesn't do anything. So I definitely must have some parameters set up wrong. And so I'm at that point. Anyways, hope this info helps someone else who's struggling.